We got Jason on the IR over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been able to hear out of my right ear, since last Monday night.
So do you want us to scream on the pod, or just...
No, luckily I have 2 ears, so it's cool.
Okay.
And headphones are much easier to hear everybody. Like I've
Sure.
been I'm sure Jill hates me. I'm just like, everything she says, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Speaking to my good ear.
Yeah, maybe you should just wear headphones and she speaks into a mic.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You've taken a different path than most men, which is just to pretend that you understand everything that's going on and never say what. So
just nod.
Yeah. She may like you better than most because you actually know what's going on.
Yeah, I just try to use whatever social cues I can pick up on, which is never many, but, I try.
Well, I mean, if you're not paying attention, do you have like a Google Docs that you check or something? What's going on?
No. I pay attention, but I still can't follow.
Nice. Perfect.
I've done everything I can. It's your fault is what I'm saying. Speaking of my good ear, John.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
I got my sweet jerk. I put some shoes on.
That train is off the tracks.
Who doesn't love the bouncy castle?
Hitler. Just prepare to... just prepare to be awash in undebeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You are listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today is Sunday, January 12th, 2025, and this is episode 740. Coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana, I'm your host, Joey Gaffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to discuss, a 4-0 week of Pacers basketball with games against Brooklyn, Chicago, Golden State, and Cleveland. Joining me this show are all three of our analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First, from the high school home of Jameson Brewer, Silver Spring, Maryland, it's the doctor, Jason Triplett.
What is up, Pacers fans? What is up? Undebeatable shout out, some birthday shout outs this week. Shout out to the Enforcer, and shout out to my dad, who's having a birthday this week.
Shout out.
Shout out Capricorns.
Is that Capricorns?
From Asheville, North Carolina.
Visual jokes work great on podcasts.
It's our in-house bartender mixing up the drinks in the crappy jingles. It's the turbid one, John Colson.
The turbid one. Pacer Nation, it's been a hell of a week. Threw up my back. I got my annual migraine. I've got some sort of cold. But screw it. My Pacers are undebeatable. So, good week. And I'm getting married. Screw it. Everything's good.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thanks.
From Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's our enforcer, John Harper.
What is going on, fellas? I was kind of hoping that you were just going to be surprised by everything that you said on the whole podcast today.
Yeah.
That was my hope. John Harper?
Well, before we start the show,
yeah,
want to remind
Harper
listeners-
is giving you his birthday wish. Now make it happen.
Apparently we have a Patreon. I guess if you go to patreon.com/undebeatles and support us for as little as $1 per month, it'll go right to us. Huh. That sounds awesome. We are the longest running Pacers podcast, and we're coming up on another anniversary. in another week or so. We wait till Harper's birthday to celebrate our anniversary.
Yeah, I get really mad if you guys try to celebrate early.
Well, Harper, I hope you're less mad because the Pacers doing okay. In fact, 4-0 on the week, which I don't think I've said things like that much this season. We're looking pretty good. First game of the week, Monday, January 6th, on the road in the Barclays Center. Pacers take down Brooklyn Nets 113-99. Top performers this game, Tyrese Halliburton continuing his hot streak, 23 points, 8 assists. Mathurin looking pretty solid at 20 points, and Siakam 19. No real standouts. If you saw that game, no real standouts, I don't think, on the Brooklyn side. Pacers handled business on the road. Second game of the week, Wednesday, January 8th, at home against the Chicago Bulls. And this is one where we worry about the Bulls games sometimes. It doesn't matter how good the Bulls are. They pull out some nonsense. They usually have a little bit more of, road fans than they may somewhere else. But Pacers took them down nicely, 129-113. Massive leads in this game, and we cooked those Bulls. 26 points for Siakam, 22 for Thomas Bryant starting this game with Miles Turner out. And he looked fantastic. We can talk about him more. 22 and 8 from the big guy. And, hey, we slapped those Bulls. Third game of the week, Friday, January 10th. Still at home against the Golden State Warriors. Warriors do not play. Several big name guys. Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Kuminga, GP3, Wiggins.
Basically their whole team.
Yeah. They did have Buddy Hield, Dennis Schroeder, Trey Stacks, and Javis to play. I guess also Kyle Anderson was there. But Pacers, again, nice professional win at home against a short-handed team, but they've been all right this year. But they win this one nicely as well. Big games out of the starters, 25 points apiece for Halliburton and Siakam, 21 for Mathurin, and Miles Turner, 11 and 8 for that big guy. And game of the week for sure is the one we just finished watching. Sunday, January 12th, 6 p.m. tip. Pacers taking on the Eastern Conference leading Cleveland Cavaliers. My second favorite team. And they win this one on the road, 108-93. Held Cleveland to a season low. Did not have a good first half, but came out hard in the second half. Scored 68 points there after just 40 in the first. And really just put the clamps down on defense. Really only allowed 40 on the Cleveland side. There were some very timely three-pointers from Nembhard lit up in the second half. And Siakam had 18, Turner with 15 and 10. Halliburton was not super effective in the first half and then left with the hamstring injury. Did not return. Jarris Walker was great. Ben Shepherd was doing work out there. All in all, Pacers still undefeated in calendar year 2025. We've played some good teams, some less than good teams, but we've won all of them, which... I mean, I think from what I've seen, consistency has been a big issue with this team this season. We saw all year we would see flashes of amazing play, but there just wasn't enough of it. And we're hot right now. And the only other thing big question mark is Halliburton just missed half a game. So I don't know. Harper, how are you feeling right now? Any specific moments or games you want to talk about besides the Pacers just beating the 33-5 Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah, who the hell are these guys? We held 3 of 4 teams this week under 100 points. We've won 6 straight. We now have the longest winning streak in the Eastern Conference. We're tied for 4th with Orlando in the East. The offense has looked good, but the defensive effort has been incredible. And it's been there night in and night out. Obviously, we faced a shorthanded team in the Warriors, but a win's a win. The Bulls put up the most points of anybody on us this week.
They only had 42 at halftime.
Yeah, I know, and that was mostly against our 2B team because we were just blowing them out of the water most of the game. Just really an incredible effort, and to think where we were just a month ago to where we've come now is just one of the most incredible turnarounds we've seen in recent history. If these guys can maintain this level of play for very long, we're going to be stacking up a lot of wins here over the next few weeks. This has been an incredible couple weeks of basketball.
Yeah, should we start doing the promotional materials for Andrew Nimhard for MVP?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Since this guy's come back, we've been like
can't be beat.
It's terror. It's awesome.
Well, I was listening to the Cleveland announcers of this game, and they know their stuff because they were like, hey, the part of the slow start was they didn't have Nimhard, and he's really important to what they do, both offensively and defensively. And, since he's been back, they've been playing great, and they're not wrong. We were bouncing around some stats this week about the starting lineup and their defensive rating. So that'd be Nimhard, Mathurin, Halliburton, Miles Turner, and Siakam. And that lineup is that number 1 in the NBA with defensive rating?
Yes. Of lineups with more than 300
possessions, right. Yeah. And
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I mean, we've been maligning our defense all season, and what happened to the yeah. And we were also saying what happened to our pace and all this stuff, but we were so active defensively in this game that we just got a lot of easy buckets. There's so many active turnovers against these Cavs, and we basically put a full court pressure on them 3/4 of the game, and it really messed with them. To have the kind of depth and legs to do that in an NBA game is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, you're getting contributions all over the floor. Like today, it was Nimhard taking over. That Bulls game, it was Siakam was just unstoppable. Halliburton had another 30 and 15 assists game with no turnovers. Was that this week or that was last week? I think, but still,
yeah, 2 games in a row of that.
Yeah.
And
pretty wild.
when things are going well, things are going great, right? Thomas Bryant has a 22-point effort against the Bulls.
Yeah.
He was balling out, man.
I'm telling you, right? He's active on the glass. The guy works super hard. And obviously, like a lot of guys right now, having a lot of fun playing basketball with this team.
Yeah, the start he got this week, you really feel like he fit right in with that starting unit. They didn't miss a beat. So it was against the Bulls. So
yeah. Pascal Siakam got all the dunks against the Warriors, which was fun.
Yeah, they're pretty thin up top.
Yeah, not known for going strong to the rim, but he had 3 of them in 5 minutes or something. It's great.
I did hear an interview with Bryant after he played so well against the Bulls, and he was just excited that he got to show, the team what he can do. I think that he's got that, he's got a skill set and confidence, but didn't always have the, the run time to go do what he wanted to do and what he felt like he could do, and he got that opportunity. I think he earned himself some more playing time, and it takes a little bit of load. We were very concerned with the depth at particularly the center position, and we went out and got somebody, and he's been great for us. So that was one of the other things at this slow start of the season where we may have, aside from bringing Nemhard back, getting a better rotation at the big spots is something that's helping us as well.
Without a doubt.
No doubt about that. I mean, his activity level is incredible. He's just got a really good motor, and I think the other thing that's been incredible during the stretch is not just are we playing defense, but we're out-rebounded teams on the regular. I think we out-rebounded Cleveland 61-47 or something this game, which I don't remember the last time this team grabbed 61 rebounds in
So
a game.
many rebounds.
It's so many rebounds. It's crazy. And, it's because the activity level is just so high. Like, across the board, it really is. But definitely want to give a shout out. I'm glad you mentioned Jarris Walker earlier, Colson, because he's been really coming into his own as like a professional basketball player, I think, in the last sort of 2 to 3 weeks as well. So all these things kind of just melded.
Yeah, we rebounded everybody this week.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. It's funny. I was watching this game with Erica, and in the second quarter, Cavs get up, I don't know, 12-point lead or something, and she was commenting on how similar the teams are set up. We've got multiple shooters and ball handlers in the backcourt, and then 2 7-foot guys up front, and but she just said they looked bigger and tougher than us, and she's right. They outweigh us, but we brought more energy. We were in the lanes. We were jumping around, and I'm sure it gets tough winning all these games, only losing 4 games all season. But Cleveland has been destroying teams. This is the first time all year that they didn't score 100 points. We put that on them. We held them to their worst shooting 3-point percentage of the season and their second lowest field goal percentage of the season. Like, we went out and beat this team in Cleveland.
By the way, speaking of the Cavs, Jared Allen, we mentioned last week that he's saying the Cavs are playing ethical basketball, and they followed up asking him more, and he said it's farm-raised, non-GMO, organic, and free-range. So I don't know what we did, but maybe we're like I don't know. What's the antithesis of?
Do we factory farm this game?
Yeah. We slathered on some chemicals.
Monsanto of the NBA.
Yeah, we're big pharma.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
whatever it takes, honestly.
The other thing I think, Harper, you touched on is like sort of just the consistency of this team. Like, this is a team that, these games against Brooklyn when you're playing against guys named Keon Johnson or something like that you've never heard of, and Day'Ron Sharp. It's like these guys aren't in the scouting report, and they're all fighting for their NBA lives. And if you take your foot off the gas, which this team earlier in the season had a propensity to do, you lose those games. And they just didn't show that. I mean, kudos to that Brooklyn team. They fought hard. Like, they were playing hard. And they made life tough. They're, like, long as hell. And Pacers just kept their composure and played solid basketball, kept moving the ball around. I think only ended up with, 10 turnovers. And, that's another thing that's been consistent, is that they're just playing smart basketball.
Yeah, I felt like the Warriors game, we got a little loosey-goosey with the ball. But outside of that, we've been really taking care of it. And luckily, the Warriors were super depleted.
Yeah, that was kind of a two-way street. It was just a little sloppy on the court at times in that one. A lot of minutes from Lindy Waters in that one.
Lindy Waters, the cousin of Connecticut Waters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Does he get a discount on concessions at the field house, or is?
I think so.
Yeah. Just for water.
Just for water, though.
Yeah, I find our turnovers hilarious because we're like generally amazing at taking care of the ball, and then every now and then it's like somebody just gets possessed by a different person and they just make a horrible decision and just like throw it right to the other team.
Yeah.
You're like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
I don't understand. But it's like they just got to get it out of their system, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
You're going to have X number of turnovers per game no matter what, even if that means handing the ball to the other team in some way.
that's right.
Yeah, Halliburton was a
Is
recipient
there
of
like
one of
a-
those in the Warriors game too, where he was just like standing there and the guy like threw it, like hit him in the chest. He was like, "What?"
Is there like a league minimum of turnovers that you need to hit?
It's a clearly some mental quota that.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. Well, the Pacers, keep going, I guess, here. It's going to be super interesting to see the next game, actually. So the Pacers play Tuesday hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. That game's on TNT. And Cleveland will be pissed. I imagine the Fieldhouse will be rocking. I don't know who's calling that game, but it'd be kind of sweet if Reggie was in the building.
Nice.
And then Thursday play at Detroit, and then Saturday home to Philadelphia. In Detroit, I will mention or remind Colson that Detroit is not trash. They're actually over 500 now.
Whoa.
20-19. They won 8 of their last 10, at least.
Oh my.
They're playing good ball.
That's not the Detroit I know and love.
No.
The only 2-game losing streak that the Cavs have been on this year was a home and away against Atlanta. So
Oh, interesting.
maybe
So there's precedent.
yeah, maybe.
I sent this out in the Slack that you guys and the patrons have access to, but you saw the speaking of Atlanta, you saw the Utah Atlanta finish from this week where your boy Trey hit I don't know, it's past half court, but it was an answer to an answer. The game winner over the game winner.
Yeah,
What a
that was
phenomenal.
wild. The other fun thing that's been nice about this, 6-game win streak, and what are we now? We're at,
22-18.
but of our last, whatever,
We're 11 of 14.
11 and 4 in our last 15 or something like that.
Yeah, 11 and 3. Yeah.
Is Quinn is getting a little loosey goosey. He's super giddy and excited about this team. I don't know if you guys have been like, I don't know. He's just cracking me up. He's like just joking around. Like today, he was throwing around bingos. Like somebody did something. He's like bingo, and then Nimhard like shot faked and got Mobley to go up in the air, and he's like, "Oh, Pop-Tart."
Getting loopy.
Do like that.
We also have defense travels. We've won 8 of our last 9 games on the road. We were a terrible road team until apparently since Nimhard came back, I guess. We just
Yeah, we've won 8 of
incredible.
9 on the road, and we're still under 500. We're 11 and 12.
It's amazing.
That's how bad we were.
Yeah.
That's how bad we were. Yeah. Almost to 500 though, right? And we always say is if you can take care of business at home and play 500 ball on the road, you're a playoff team.
The wild thing too is the only losses. So the losses that we had at the end of last year, we lost to Milwaukee, we lost to Boston and OKC, and so those are all, elite teams. And then we beat the other. We won all these other ones. So we really have since the middle of December. It's been almost a full month really of this, but it's been the consistency which has been the key. It's doing it every night, doing it for a whole game, not giving up when you get down early, not giving up when your best player has gone off the floor, and getting contributions from everybody, including the young guys like Walker and Bryant, who who's newer to the team. Not Furphy, but most of the other guys. Sorry, Furphy. I just like saying his name. He didn't play enough for me to say anything nice about his game. So, you know what? I'll take that back. I saw a a dunk he had in the G League. I saw on Reddit, and he like went coast to coast and had just monster yam in the G League.
Oh yeah, and didn't he pull a double on the Golden State game? Like he played for the G League, I think, that afternoon, and then played for the Pacers that night.
He got his 2 minutes in that game.
It was either the Bulls game or the Warriors game. I can't remember.
There you go.
He didn't hit the floor in the Bulls game. I think it must have been the Warriors game.
Okay. Must have been the Warriors game.
Well, he got his, drove down from Fishers and, got through traffic. Good job. It can be tough to do.
No doubt.
Well, guys, I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. If last year hadn't gone as well as it had, then maybe I'd feel different. But that was the end. The way last year ended is where maybe I didn't think they'd pick up exactly where they left off, but similarly, and we didn't. And now we're kind of back to that. And maybe this team is so advanced that they know that you need to be playing your best ball, March, April, May, June, I guess July if you're playing in the Olympics or whatever. But I'm cautiously optimistic we're going to take this style of play and apparently double-digit wins every game against whoever into the rest of the season, and we're riding off into the sunset.
Nice. That easy, huh?
Well, if we don't, I'll be destroyed.
It's the only rational reaction.
Yeah,
that's true. You are a Pacers fan. I think if this defense is for real, which we have enough of a sample set here to start to see that it might be. We're legit, Joe. We're legit.
Well, it's adding that defense, because that is the thing. We just, same as last year, when we can't do certain things at all or passably, when you can't rebound passably, when you can't defend passably, it doesn't matter how good your offense is, because if you score 130 and give up 140, I did the math, you still lose. But this year...
So you're calling for the sweep this week then, huh?
Yeah, I'm calling for the sweep.
Nice. I'm a bit worried about this Tyrese Halliburton thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say we'll go... Who are we playing again? Oh.
We got Philly,
Detroit, and...
Cleveland.
And Cleveland in a second.
I'll take 1 and 2. I feel like Detroit gave us fits the last time. Didn't they beat the crap out of us last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last time we played the Sixers, we broke Embiid. He has not played since.
Nice.
And he's hopeful to be back this week.
Man, we got
break him
an all-star team of dudes we've broken. Jimmy Butler.
We did break him too.
Yeah, not literally though, just figuratively him.
Right. I did hear that Paul George, has just said that he's bored playing center now.
Okay.
So he's a big fan favorite now in Philly.
Sure.
They do deserve each other.
I'm gonna go 2-1. I think I think Cleveland's gonna be real mad. But I think we'll bounce back, and we owe Detroit one. Yeah, they beat us by like 24 or whatever last time we played them.
Yeah, I'm worried about his success. I'll take the 0-3 because it's still out there.
Sure.
And
Makes sense.
temper my expectations for. We can't do any worse than that. So.
Yeah, we're just like looking forward to Paris, and we can't focus on. Let's see it.
That's right. Yeah, everybody's trying to book cruises down the Seine, or
That's right.
get their tickets for that restaurant right by the Eiffel Tower.
Most of these guys have people. I mean, Furphy's trying to do that. Everybody else has guys to do that for him, right?
Maybe.
Obi Toppin's got send guy.
Got his own travel agent.
Maybe Furphy's got a guy that's got a guy. Maybe that's where he's at in the league right now.
For if you need a send guy, Coulson is available.
Hit him up. You know how to find him. Just text him.
S-I-N.
That's right. Just email me, text me that you emailed me, and I'll
and then give one of us a phone
get
call,
back to you.
and we'll let him know. Next week.
So,
on the show.
I just want to update the fans. Your sister just texted me instead of trying to get me to respond to an email. Did you tell her to do
I
that?
told her that might be a good idea.
So she and I are texting now. We're good.
Okay.
I was never going to check that email.
Even with the specific request to do so.
Yep. That just I forgot that immediately.
So Coulson, think about it this way: email is like texting, but for computers. Does that change anything for you?
Do they have emojis? I like the emojis.
Oh yeah, they get for days.
Okay.
So many
All right.
emoji.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Never too late to learn how to email.
To use basically something that no one uses anymore.
I use it every
Use it
day.
all day,
Yeah.
every day.
All right, team. Yeah. Well, if you want to email us, we'll get.
Other people will
back.
check it.
Yeah, I'll check it. I read it. I read it all the time. We get the emails. I read them. So don't worry about that. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, we are at Undebeatables. We're on Facebook.com/The Undebeatables. Our website, TheUndebeatables.com. There's a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. And the aforementioned email. Shout out at TheUndebeatables.com. And the website /store is where the merch is.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby Sickleonard. Turn on the lights. It's Harper's birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Happy birthday. Is it legal that you changed the song?
Hey, I make my own laws.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's probably the only time it's been legal. It's been copyrighted up until now.
That's right. Exactly right. It's
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
first time we can get away
countersued
with
for
this.
Not copyright infringement.
Harper, you ever think about going into copyright enforcement?
Just sue the shit out of myself every week.
Other people, too.
New year, new you, you know?
Yeah. Options are endless.